people, Chemesa here. Welcome back to my world. Ever had that moment where you go like, God, are you really listening? Are you there? Can you hear me? Ever gotten to that point? You pray, you believe, it's like he's not listening. It's like your prayer just goes into voicemail. Then you wonder, are you listening? Or worst of all, you ask him for A and he sends you Z. You ask him for B, he sends you K. You fast, you pray, you give, and it's as if he's not there. Then you wonder, God, are you listening to me? Are you there? Are you holding me in the palm of your hands? You know what I've come to realize? When it feels like God is not listening, when it feels like you can't hear him, that is actually when he listens more. I remember when I was growing up, there used to be this very popular painting, or was it a picture? I don't really know. You see two different sets of footprints, and then later on you see just one step of footprints. And then the guy went like, Father, for every time I walk through, I see you walking beside me. But during my most difficult period of time, that's when I see just one set of footprints. Why is that? And God said, that is when I'm carrying you. There was something I heard. Someone said the teacher is quiet during the examination. He gives you the examination and then he lets the invigilator pay attention to you. But the truth of the whole thing is, during those examinations, there are the worst times. That is when you really want to hear the teacher's voice. You really want to help him. You really need him to remind you the answers to those questions. Because it didn't matter what you taught in class, it didn't matter what you read, it didn't matter what you paid attention to. At that point in time, it's as if your brain goes dead. You can't remember the answer to the question and you really wish the teacher was right beside you. God says, I'm beside you all the time, holding you, then you will never walk. He says, if I don't let your wings grow, then you will die. That's why I love the butterfly so much. Whenever I question God and ask him, God, are you really listening? You see, this is something about the butterfly. For the caterpillar to become the butterfly, he has to go to the cocoon. And in that period of him being in the cocoon, it's dark, it's quiet, it's empty. But as much as it's dark, it's quiet, it's empty, that is the period when the caterpillar is becoming the butterfly. All we see that cocoon. We don't see what is going on inside. And that is how it is. During that period of when we're wondering whether God is listening, and all we are seeing is the cocoon. Inside the cocoon, God is working. But you see, it's not just being in the cocoon. You see, during the process where the caterpillar needs to break out of the cocoon, I've seen someone try it before. When the caterpillar is trying to break out of the cocoon, it's a struggle. It's heartbreaking when you see the caterpillar trying so hard to come out of the cocoon. One day, a good Samaritan carried the scissors and cut the cocoon and brought the butterfly out of the cocoon. Did you know that butterfly only lasted for 2 hours and then it died? And when they searched to find out why, they discovered that during the process of struggling to come out of the cocoon, which it has to go through by itself, that is the process when it's building lung capacity, it's building its wings. If it does not pass through that process, when it comes out, it will not be able to breathe properly, the wings will not be strong enough to carry it. So when you want to question if God is listening, when it feels like you're all alone, when it feels like the struggle of the caterpillar, it's not something you can do. Stay there. I guarantee you that God is right there, watching you build lung capacity, watching you develop the wings that can carry the body. I know it's hard. He is listening. He's just not saying anything because he needs us to grow from the caterpillar to a beautiful butterfly. God is listening, even when it seems like he's not listening. That's why he has the Holy Spirit to guide you. Nobody has felt like that more than Paul. But if Paul can make it through it, so can we. If Jesus can go through the trials of Garden of Gethsemane, if he can go carrying the cross, if he can stay on that cross and refuse to come down from that cross and die on that cross, I think we can go through it, because I've realized that no matter what we feel, no matter how we feel, God isn't listening. He is listening. It's just that that's the period of struggling that He needs us to build capacity. He needs us to build lung capacity. He needs us to build wind capacity. When He feels like He's not listening, He is listening. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.